right, congratulations, guys. Thanks for showing your movies. Guess I'm going to copy everyone else, and the first question is going to be, what was the main inspiration for your movie? Was there any like personal stuff that went with it? Just your basic stuff.
Yeah, so the in-between was largely based on the life of Syd Barrett. For those who don't know, he was the original founder of the band Pink Floyd. He wrote every song on their first album and one on their second. And after that, he was kicked out of the band for various reasons having to do with his drug abuse. And around freshman year, I was reading in this biography about him, and in particular, there was this one chapter that kind of explored his life between leaving that band and sort of the start of the rest of his life as essentially a hermit. And really, I was really captivated by sort of that sort of that sense of liminality. Yeah.
So for Inconvenience, I remember writing it in my advanced screenwriting class. I wrote a completely different story, and I later towards the end of the semester, I didn't really quite enjoy it. So I just took the elements that I kind of made from that film and or from that script, and I kind of just created it throughout the summer going into my senior year. And I remember that year, like Everything Everywhere just came out, and that was like one of my favorite movies, and I really enjoyed that, and I really loved how they story told, but also told it in a huge world, and I wanted to create my own world. I feel like that's what I want to go for as a director. So yeah, I just thought about what I was experiencing this past year and a lot of different things, and a lot of it was just learning when to move on and let go, because I know it's just I've been on both sides where it's letting go myself or just experiencing those things. And I kind of started out with a twist. I knew I wanted to have that time loop element, and then I kind of had the twist in mind being instead of usually for time loop movies they kind of have to fall in love or do this, but the twist is that they have to let go in the end, and I kind of wanted to do that. And I just decided how to get from that point, from point A to point B, and then it was kind of like a puzzle after that, so that's how it came to be.
Yeah, so the first draft for Double Feature was written my senior year of high school and was originally called VH Death and was about a supernatural tape that would show someone's death before it happened. And then I rewrote it for film one to include a supernatural entity, kind of like Samara from The Ring. And then through intro and intermediate screenwriting, it kept changing and eventually became the film that it is now.
All right, thank you. So the first question's for Izzy. Is all the music in the film original? And if it is or if it isn't, what is the bigger significance to the story that they have, if there is any?
Yeah, so all the music was actually licensed out to me by a local band by the name of Vacant Territory. I'm pretty close friends with their lead singer songwriter, and that's sort of where their involvement started. That the I'm sorry. The band is a lot out of it. His really angsty, sort of garage rock style stuff, streaming on Spotify. It was really it's really great because it's sort of have balanced the sense of working with the script and the story that was already there, while also sort of giving it a sort of a basis to sort of form a lot of the film's aesthetics around. And yeah.
All right. So Seth, the film is being set in one location. Is kind of interesting. How did you go about acquiring the set, and how I really like the lighting and stuff. I want to know about that process as well.
Yeah. So I immediately, like, one of the first things is definitely filming in the convenience store, and I knew it was gonna be a challenge to find one. I remember like going to thesis, and then we had like this presentation about locations in New Jersey, and it kind of just put my mind through it, like acquiring like a business for them to just shut down for the weekend. It's gonna be a challenge, but Julissa, shout out to her. She's my locations manager. She actually filmed in a convenience store, and then I saw it on Instagram story, and I was like, yo, I have to hit her up. So I asked her, and she just helped, and she was like, she came in clutch, and that's how I went upon going that. In terms of the actual location, I remember like, since it is taking place in one area, I did want to do as much as I can in terms of like PD, lighting, like cinematography, because even though it's in one location, I want to make it like very, as if it like is a whole entire world in itself. So I feel like the lighting is 100% one of the ways I did that. My gaffer, Brittany, shout out to her, she actually came up with I came up with the colors and concept for it, and she came through, and she had a bunch of different ideas in terms of like kind of making it like surreal almost. Like the goal was to just like start off with like making it look like an actual convenience store, and as he goes through like the time loop, it's kind of turning into more like surreal. So it's like a bunch of like colors from the logo, like the greens, and then the date scene is the automatic like switch. So we wanted to like encompass the mood that kind of like Gavin's going through, but also in a way where it makes sense to the film, where he's actually using the lighting because he's just trapped in this time loop, and he has just using his resources like that. So that's how like the look just came to be for that.
All right, very interesting. Thank you. All right, so Dylan, the effects, I mean, all of them, especially the one with the man coming out of the TV, looks so real, and I just want to know what the process was behind that.
Did it really look real? I thought it looked like Goosebumps. Yeah, so for like the TV, all I really did was I filmed the TV, and then I filmed, that's actually me in front of a green screen making the motions of like crawling out. There was like a lot more that went into it, but I have like a lot of PTSD from that project, so I don't remember half of it. But those was like the main things from it, yeah. That's, I don't really know what else to say. So the face is just a skull that I tracked in Blender, and then I exported it, and then I used like a static video to be like, anywhere there's white on the static will show the skull, and anywhere there's black won't. So it kind of made the skull look like it was made out of static in a way. Yeah.
All right, this is a two-part question. I was wondering, did you have to break it to your actor that he had to shave for the role? And then also tell us about like your cool props, how you got all the stuff done, like the magazines and just all the fun set stuff.
So a couple of weeks before we went into production, Nick Nigerian and I, Nick, my beloved, we had lunch and we sat down and we just really dissected this character. Really, the whole shaving scene is very significant to me because it's sort of visualizing this transition in Keith's life, sort of shedding away this rock star identity and entering into something new. And so I asked Nick, "Are you comfortable shaving your head and your beard for this?" He agreed to the beard, drew the line on the head. And then as for the production design, all of those that you saw, the CD covers, the magazines, the poster, that was all actually designed by a very good friend of mine, Liv LaBrie. And actually, funny story about that. So we weren't able to like finalize the designs until about a day or two before we were supposed to start shooting. And so there was this moment the morning of our first day of shooting where I just received the files, and then just had to run out, go to FedEx, get everything printed, and then have it all ready before the cast and crew came, and I managed to get this all in about a margin of about an hour and a half, and biggest adrenaline rush I've ever had, and yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, so I guess 2 questions. What was your favorite part of the filming process? And I was thinking during the movie, how many times did you have to set up that chocolate stand after knocking it over?
Oh wow. I guess what was the first question? Sorry. Oh, favorite part. Yeah. So my favorite part was definitely working with my amazing crew and cast. It was really cool because I haven't worked in a setting like different like a convenience store, so we kind of inhabited it. It was like I remember like going in going in the morning and being like damn, we're here for the next 12 hours. But I felt like everyone it was really cool because it was such a tight space with like so many people. We were able to like connect with each other. I remember like throughout time offs, like people were playing chess on the floor, people were sitting on crate boxes. It was just like kind of like an apocalypse. So I was like, yo, what's happening? But I think my favorite part was definitely shooting in that location and then just creating like the magic, because a lot of things happened while we were shooting, in terms of like ideas that popped in. I feel like being in there with everyone, just like everyone felt so inspired. The actors also, for the montage scene, I gave them a lot of like free reign in terms of like whatever scenes they want to put. And I remember they're going to like the closet and they're like, oh, they took a mop and they're just like, yo, like I could do this, I could slap you, and I could say this. So a lot of it was them, and it was really fun. I felt like that was my favorite part shooting. And in terms of the chocolate stand, oh my God, I don't know. I think it was like every single time we had to make sure it was up. We had our PD Sonny. We were just like Sonny again. Come on, please. I think it was a total probably around like 50 times at least. But yeah.
All right, so I'm wondering, for the double feature, how long did it take to come up with the story? Obviously, you said since high school, but was it like a hard process trying to piece it all together so there was that plot twist?
Yeah, so like I said, I wrote the original draft like senior year of high school, and then I didn't even think to do the whole like the twins stole the identity until maybe like my second year at Montclair. And then I spent that entire year trying to figure out like, how's this gonna make sense? Because if they're twins, it's gonna be very difficult for people to realize who's supposed to be who in certain scenes. And originally I had the characters named Peter and Philip, but then a lot of the scenes where you realize they were different people, their names were written down, and it's like at a quick glance, you're not gonna be able to tell who's supposed to be Peter and who's supposed to be Philip if the only way you know is like a quick glance at a name. You just see the P, and you're just like, I think that's Philip. I think that's Peter. Who's dead? Wait, who's the bad guy? What's going on? Dylan, I'm lost. I'm like, sorry, Mom, I'll try again. So I decided to just change the names to like my name and my brother's name, which I've been doing for like my last 3 films. And one of us keeps killing the other one. I think we need therapy, but like, yeah.
I don't know where Peter is out there. Do I have time for one more question? Yeah. All right. I guess, do you guys have any advice for future filmmakers, people who want to get into the industry, who haven't yet gone out there and made their first film?
Really, I think if anything, like I think really just the best thing you could do is to just be constantly searching for opportunities. Take any literally any chance you get as it comes, and 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 really just do it. That's I don't know how to say I don't know how to sugarcoat that, but really, yeah, just do it.
Yeah, just to bounce off of that, I feel like a lot of like your resources are here, especially like meeting a bunch of different people. I've met so many people throughout the years during my time at Montclair, and it's just been amazing. And I was happy to like have them all work on this film. I feel like a lot of it is also like coming from yourself, like trusting the people that you hire and the people that you like bring on set, and also trusting in yourself. I feel like there's been so many times where I was just like, is this good, or just like, am I doing the right thing, you know? But I feel like if you have patience with yourself and patience with just like your journey, because it's a long journey, and I feel like allowing yourself to be able to have that trust and have that patience just like allows you to kind of like, you know, create. Because I remember like starting out, it was just like I made my own films and I did everything, but like I just grew to love the creative process, and I just love working in a team. And I feel like if everyone's passionate in one goal and they want to work for you, and you're giving the vibes and doing all this, and they know you're also passionate, I feel like it's gonna work out. And it's yeah.
Yeah, just like in the words of Shia LaBeouf, just do it. If you want to start making films, get some friends, do it. If you have fun making it, then you'll want to make another, and then you'll get better and better, and eventually you'll be having fun doing what you love, and when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I remember for double feature, my only crew was 3 other people on the first day and 2 people on the second and third day. And that was Cole Boyd, thank you, Cole. Jelani Bauman and Victoria Smith. And we met freshman year, and they became like some of my best friends here at Montclair. And if it wasn't for them, this film wouldn't have been what it was, and I probably wouldn't have had as much fun making it, and I wouldn't enjoy it as much. So yeah, if you want to start making films, do it with the people you love, do it with people that you consider friends so that you have fun doing it. And when you have fun doing it, you're gonna want to do it again and again.
Thank you guys so much for answering my questions and showing your films. You're good.